Broadcasts of HIKI No are made possible by the support of viewers like you. Mahalo. And by Bank of Hawaii Foundation, investing in Hawaii's future by promoting collaboration, critical thinking, and other 21st century skills through HIKI No.
Aloha mai kātou, o wau o Janine ko o kalani o Luana aloha Niʻihau. A e kipa mai hoi I te apo kalamo tū tala nuho haumana mua loa I loa ma te aupuni o lotoa. I te ala e hoʻolahana mātou I nā moʻolelo apau ma te olelo Niʻihau wale no. E loa apu ana na unu hipele kānia ma lalo o te wai hoʻolele tiʻi o te outou TV.
Aloha o wau o Logan Kalealoa o Koumana Kanahele Shintani.
Aloha mai o wau no o Rosanna Kulemukeana Benyamina.
A o wau o Samson Wailani a ke aloha ka selo sat.
No Niʻihau mai tō mātou ohana a I te ala te olahani mātou I te apolo kalamu mai te pāhale kula mai o ke kula hoa mana o ke kula Niʻihau Kekaha ma Tauai.
I te amanawa e nono ni I pā oi e oi, he hana nui ta unui ana I ta mātou o mōlelo. Nono mātou me tia. Hiki no, can do.
He ewa mau kula ho a mana mai e hā mau aina e komolike ni ma ke apolo kalamuning.
Mai te aina o Hawaii mai loa e ke tai kula o Connections Public School ma hilo a me te kula tie o ke ala ke he makailua kona.
Ma oahu loa ata kula tie o Kapolei.
Ta kula o Punaho, kula waina Kaimuki a me ta kula o St. Francis.
Mai maui mai loa no te kula tie a me te kula kamali o Hana.
A Matawai nei e ano mātou ke kula o Amara o ke kula Niʻihau Kekaha.
Ma te apolo kalamu nei e lohe ana oi I nā leo like ole mai nā pae aina pau o Hawaii nei.
E o ite nei I nā mōlelo e hui nei I nā kaiulu.
Ma mua tō mātou o lahani I te amu o lelo ni, ma mate mātou e mahalo aku I ta hui haawina tāla no ta tūlo ane I te apolo kalamu o hiki no, mahalo.
Ua hili na I nui lako ua hitino I nā haumana o Hawaii ni te tutulu I te aho olele tutala nuho o nā pae aina apau.
Ua hili na I nui lako ia mātou a e walau aku hoi lako ia mātou. Hiki no a e panai aku hoi mātou, mahalo.
Aia, e nana katoa I ta polo kalamu.
No tō matano o te ala e ke tai mualelo mai te kula titi o Kapolei. E pili ani ke tai kanaka I po o kelu I ta paani popetu I pili kia nui hoi tōna ola ana. E kipa kātu iaia a nana hoi peheala oie e noho nei me te pili kia I hoʻololi aku ai I tōna noho ana.
Playing on the Kapolei High School varsity football team was his life. 6'2", 245-pound defensive end freshman Papu Uti was living his dream. Until one day, after school, while playing a game of pickup football, his dreams were shattered.
My name is Papu Uti. I'm a junior attending Kapolei High School. On the day of March 19, 2009, my freshman year, I got into what you call a freak accident.
During a game of pickup football, Papu suffered a devastating blow to his left leg. The left foot that he planted in the mud was injured when he was tackled. The extent of the injury caused that leg to become amputated.
He's an inspirational player to many of the students here, not only student athletes, but just students in general. I think because of his ability to overcome adversity. He's been in an accident and he lost his lower left leg and it was amputated, and for a whole year he was on crutches, and now he has a prosthetic leg, and he has not allowed that to stop him. He has really shown a lot of character in his ability to come back and work hard.
Current thing I'm doing right now is basically football training, getting better, trying to strengthen myself, not only in sports but in school as well.
He's very committed to what he does on the football field. This past year he was not able to play, but he still was able to contribute just in the way that he carried himself, being a vocal leader, and that was very important to our team. In all my years of football, I've never had a kid with more heart and who was more inspirational than Papu Uti.
It has been a big change It made a huge impact in my life.
Papu has undergone physical therapy and training to prepare for his future. He vows to be playing football in the upcoming season with a prosthetic leg. This is Joshua Salutis from Kapolei High School, reporting for HIKI.
I nā mate oia e waiho mai I manawa e pili ana I kitai o na mōlelo au I ite ai mahikino e tomopu mai mana tūtātu tā manao ma facebook.com hikino can do ai ole tweet ma twitter.com hikino can do.
I tia manawa e tipa ana kātou I ke tei kula pa e malao a papa umitumala I hana ma ta motupuni o maui. Ai holohe ana kātou e pili ana I ta pilikia o ta nohona o ta poe mahitalo mamuli o ta ho'uhuli ia ana o ta holo ana o nā o wai.
He ui, he ni nau, e ui aku ana au ia oi, ai I hea ka vai a kai.
According to Ale Murakami, litigation director for the Native Hawaiian Legal Corporation, an average of 166 million gallons of water is being diverted from East Maui every day to the more populated and developed parts of this island for their drinking and irrigating purposes. The loss of valuable water creates a problem for the people of East Maui. Many of them depend on the water for their livelihood.
When I was a kid, I would help my mom and dad in the taro patch. I had to go and pull the taro, cut the taro, cook it, clean it, and pound it. Having that responsibility made me feel good inside. We would play on the banks, there's banks around the taro patches, and then we would run, and I would just jump into the taro patch, just jump into the mud, and it was a lot of fun.
If you think about water and what it does to the land, it gives life to the land, and that's what Kane does. And so if we don't have that water and we don't have that reproduction, then there's no life. So it's very, very important to Hawaiian culture.
To have all that water and to have all that life in the stream, and then all of a sudden, no life. Because before it was like we would catch goldfish or opu, opai, and then when all the water was taken and depleted from the river, we didn't have any more.
Water flowing to the ocean is very important. That's like an estuary, where the fresh water meets the ocean is where all the fish come to breed, because the river brings down all the nutrients that feeds the limu. So that starts the whole cycle of life for the ocean. So if you take that away, you're going to greatly reduce your fish populations. Now we're not able to sustain ourselves in a natural way anymore.
What would make me happy is when I stand on the lookout and see all the taro open, the taro patches, the way it used to be. So right now it's all grass. But I'd be really happy if somebody opened it.
The people of East Maui have hope for the future, but where will they be without the most basic element of life? Like their ancestors, the question is still being asked, where are the waters of Kane? This is Jorah Tolentino Smith for Hana K-12 School for HIKI.
Pehea e hia mau ano no hona gogi ni mapupuia oe. Mai te kula ho a mana mai o connections ma te motupuni nui o Hawaii nei, tea molelo nei e vehewe ana e pili ana I e ona mau ano, hana e hiti ai a kātou to noho gogi.
Composting banana peels and recycling drink bottles saves space in landfills. Recycling waste-free materials and composting is a simple way to build soil fertility. If every American home replaced just one light bulb with a CFL bulb, we would prevent 9 billion pounds of greenhouse gas emissions per year. That's the equivalent of the emissions from 800,000 cars. Rain barrels can be used to catch water for outdoor tasks, such as washing cars and watering gardens. Eating local means choosing food grown or produced close to home. The average food product travels 1,400 miles from its origin to its consumption. In Hawaii, this distance can be much farther. Buying local safe fuel and promotes local farming. By using public transportation, carpooling, walking, or biking, we can reduce greenhouse gases. A full bus could mean as many as 64 fewer cars on the road, and that's a lot less cars to be behind in traffic. And these are 6 ways to go green.
Pehea, uho kana mo ia paha oe ma ka puna e wele puni honua. E ki paku kāku I ke kula o puna hou no te ao ana mai pehea la e ho mapopai a e ho pau ai I te ana ho kana puna e wele honua.
I suppose it's using electronic means to harass somebody.
Online, or you're like calling them names, or you're like threatening them.
And puts you down, makes fun of you, so that everyone else can see it.
People feel a little more protected or a little more freedom to communicate behind the electronic wall that seems to be there.
Perhaps there's more cyberbullying than there is face-to-face bullying because it's easier.
It's more anonymous, and you don't have to deal with as much direct personal interaction.
Because they're afraid, you know, they don't want to face the person up front, so they do it online, try to ridicule them.
You can be hidden, you can be anonymous, and you can't be caught.
It can, really hurt someone's self-esteem and their self-concept, their sense of confidence in navigating through the world.
It depends on how seriously you take it, really. Because, I mean, if you care about their opinion, then, yeah, you're going to take it seriously and lash out irrationally.
Any kind of anonymous communication is problematic and frustrating because you can't say anything back.
I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. I think it will get bad.
I think it will get worse. I think it worsens. I think it's worsened in the last year. And maybe it'll worsen before it gets better.
If the internet peaks more than it has, then maybe, but I think bullying on a whole has just kind of got out of control.
Make a really positive effort in curbing this problem, but it will take awareness and a change in behavior and a change in attitudes about it. And I think we're just starting to really realize that.
No te kātou mo lelo o tea la, e lohe ana kātou e pili ana I ke tahi polokalamu tuitahi I loa ma te kula tieti o ke alake. O ta matupuni nui o Hawaii. E aono hoi I te polokalamu I te ano o te o ana a e kotua hoi I na haumana e imi to laku alahele no te holo mua ana.
What is the purpose of public education? What do we want our students to leave with after 4 years of high school? Kealakehe High pondered these questions when it first opened in 1997.
The founders made a list of all the qualities that we wanted Kealakehe High School graduates to have when they left our school. So we had things on the list like acting with integrity, being ethical, being honest, being compassionate, caring about other people. And we knew that that's not going to be necessarily taught in the core curriculum, so we decided that these were so important that we needed to establish a unique course, and we call this Citizenship and Ethical Philosophies Advisory, or CEPA.
What we believe in here at Kealakehe High School is that you cannot legislate these values. They must be taught, they must be practiced on a daily basis in order for our citizens to be well prepared to help each other in the 21st century.
As freshmen enter, they are grouped with 25 other students and a teacher, who is then their advisor and advocate for their high school career. This ohana meets every morning for the next 4 years, and they're on the stage together at graduation. Each day begins with a school-wide CEPA lesson produced by a crew of students who come early to set up the studio and to share the lessons with the entire campus via closed-circuit television. Daily announcements and the CEPA lessons are shared with the Big Island community twice each day via public access TV.
These lessons have evolved into a state-approved course called Universal Ethical Studies, founded on the effort to expose students to different ideas and teachings of wisdom from throughout the ages, and really giving students freedom to choose which ideas or philosophies they want to build their lives upon.
Aside from all the emphasis that we have on HSA scores, reading, math, science, I feel like ethics is really important to be included in an educational system. It really prepares the students for going out into the world and being a socially capable adult that can make good decisions and has a sense of values and their own personal ethics that they will use to build their life.
There are 75 SEPA classes on campus, and with a student body of 1,500, it can be expected that not all lessons will appeal to everyone. However, according to a student survey, over half the students say that the issues covered in SEPA always or usually make them think about being a better person. This is Chloe Adkison from Kealakehe High for HIKI No.
I tia manawa, ea ke tai mo'olelo mai te kula mai o punoho, mai o au mai. Pili hoa I te mo'olelo I te hoana ia ana o te kelepo na pālima I te wākleva. Na pili kia a me na pono palekana e pono ai na haumana e maupopo I te wā e kaleiwa ni.
Teenagers are notorious for constant technology use. Devices such as computers, iPods, and cell phones all provide much-needed breaks from classwork and are a convenient means of communication with friends and family.
I actually use my cell phone kind of a lot. Like, I'm texting a lot of people each day. Sometimes it gets excessive.
I use my cell phone a lot. Like, it's on during class, but it's on silent, and I check it constantly. Like, whenever I'm out of class, that's the first thing I do. I check my cell phone.
But these devices can also be distracting and dangerous, as too many young drivers are finding out the hard way. According to a national survey, in 2009, as many as 16% of teenage drivers caused driving fatalities as a result of distracted driving, a 6% rise from numbers 4 years earlier, and the highest average of all age groups across the United States.
I think people would use their cell phone while driving because they want to get things out faster and they want to reply and be like timely about things.
Honolulu laws prohibit the use of handheld, mobile electronic devices while operating a motor vehicle, and violators can be fined $97 for a first offense. The Honolulu Police Department has issued over 11,000 citations to date.
You don't have to see somebody talking on the phone, you don't have to see somebody dialing, texting, running the internet, playing a video game. The way our law is written for a mobile electronic device, as long as you're holding it in your hand, it is considered use while you're operating a motor vehicle.
All Hawaii counties now have distracted driving laws, but there are currently no statewide prohibitions on cell phone usage while driving. Now signing off, this is Gordon live from Punahou School for HIKI No.
No te mo'olelo nei e tipa katoa I te aina o au ma te kula waina o kaimuki alohe I ke tai mo'olelo e pili ana I te hoana ana o nā ele makule I nā kelepona pālima.
Today, cell phones are everywhere. You can do so many cool things with a cell phone, like text messaging, sending pictures, downloading movies, playing games, and even checking email. But not everyone who has a cell phone knows how to operate it.
I know how to use a cell phone, but some senior citizens don't know how to use their cell phone.
My grandpa knows how to use his cell phone, but he didn't know how to retrieve his messages.
Be sure that your grandparents know how to use the basic features on their cell phone, especially in case of an emergency.
Here are some tips to using a cell phone.
To turn on your cell phone, hold the end button until the screen light comes on. Enter a phone number by pressing the desired keys on the number pad. Press the send button to make a phone call. Put the phone to your ear. To end a call, press the end button.
It's also important to be able to retrieve your messages. On the keypad, press and hold down the number 1 button. Then you'll be able to get your messages.
There are many types of cell phones.
So be sure you learn how to use your cell phone because it keeps you in touch with your loved ones.
Hello.
Pehea, ua loa mua pai a oi ke teino no. E ao pai tō tutu wahine, pehe e o hana I te Facebook. I tea manawa e tipana kātou I te kula o St. Francis ma Oahu. A ho'oloa hoi I ke tahi mo o lelo e pili ana no ke tahi tūtū ho hana Facebook.
Dear Kula, it's been such a long time since I've seen you. Telephone calls are okay, but I really miss seeing you in person.
How was your day?
Oh, pretty good, but you know, I wrote your brother Kula a letter about 2 weeks ago and he hasn't answered it yet.
Well, people don't write letters anymore, Grandma. They use Facebook.
Facebook?
You can put pictures and message people. You can even message Kula.
What? Grandma has a Facebook? Wow.
Grandma, what are you doing?
I'm using Facebook. It's wonderful.
So tamatu mo o lelo hope loa, he mo o lelo me te kula tete mai o kapole o ahu. E ho itana laku e pili ana I ta polokalamu Access Surf Hawaii. He polokalamu ai e kotua ena I na poe tutu e hona nea ho I a laku iho mana kāte o te a me te he nalu ana ke tahi.
Every first Saturday of the month at White Plains Beach, a non-profit organization called Access Surf Hawaii offers a program called A Day at the Beach.
Hi, my name is Mark Marble. I'm with Access Surf Hawaii, and we started 4 years ago here for an adaptive day at the beach to provide a day at the beach for families with disabilities. We started because we needed an outsource for a lot of our families here on the island that have a disability that want to get back in the ocean, or that just want to go out to the beach but don't have the right tools or the equipment or even family members to assist. So we started Day at the Beach 4 years ago with 12 participants, and now we've grown. We have over 90 families that come out every month. We're a once-a-month program. We have over 60 to 75 volunteers every month that come out. And we do it every month, twice a month, for these families and for our wounded warriors, just to provide an outlet for them to get out to the beach and enjoy the ocean once again.
I was surfing, I studied up, I got it, and I love it.
I come, number one, because it helps me socialize to meet other people. And then I get to run into people that look like myself. I mean, I hated going to the beach with my friends. I sit and guard the food and the clothing. They're all having a great time in the water. It has blown me away because I did swim before I was ever had an accident. And then the fact that I'm a surfboard, it was just too much to blow my mind. Everyone here, all of the people that have been on the board with me, absolutely wonderful.
I love Access Surf because there's so many new people to meet, and I feel good about it because without this at Access Surf, I would feel bored all the time. It's good to get active.
Access Surf Hawaii's amazing efforts and aloha spirit has fulfilled the dreams of many and brought hope to families across Oahu. This is Joshua Saludes from Kapolei High School, reporting for Hikino.
O tea ta polokala mo muala o Hikino e holelia ni mato leo Niʻihau. E hoi, ua loa ke tai mana o pokole I hiti a kātou te tui te ma Kekaha a ea o hoi e pili ana I tō mātou Kula.
He kula hoa mana o ke kula ni au Kekaha ma ke kākawai.
He kula o lelo Niʻihau mātou.
Ua paa mua to o lelo I te hapa nui o na haumana ma mua o te tomo ana ta kula.
Mai te papa malau, ai hiti te papa e kolu, au ia mātou ma te olelo Niʻihau waleno.
Mai te papa e a hiti te papa umutunua, au ia mātou ma te olelo Niʻihau a me te olelo Pelekania.
Ua pili ta hapa nui o na hawina I ta moʻau kala o Hawaii.
He mea nui ta olelo Niʻihau ana I me e hoʻola mau ai ta olelo. A te o ale walao Niʻihau e ite ole ana toa o Hawaii. No te apule e ho mahiki no, e hatu ia ana mai I te kula o Chiefs Kamakahelei Middle School. Ma Kauai nei, a oia no na moʻolelo mai na haumana o ke kula o Kamehameha, Kapalama Oahu, Kula Nui o Maui, Kula Nui o Kona Waina, Sacred Hearts Academy, Kula Nui o Kalani Oahu, Kawalana Koa, Kula Waina ma Oahu, Kula Nui o Waiapu ma Oahu, Kula Waina o Maui, Waianae.
Mahalo ia outou no ka tipana mai ia mātou mai pia maua I a puni na ainanani o Hawaii nei. Ua ohui e ano I te apolo kalamu I na leo a na haumana me na kai ulu apau o Hawaii nei.
Te waihoni mātou ia outou me tea video haiku I hato ia e pili ana I nā tia a mena leo o Kekaha. Tō mātou aina no.
Mai poina, hiki no, can do.
Broadcasts of HIKI No are made possible by the support of viewers like you. Mahalo. And by Bank of Hawaii Foundation, investing in Hawaii's future by promoting collaboration, critical thinking, and other 21st century skills through HIKI No.